Hello! Oh, you're in the shot, Lisa, as well. So, this vlog is coming to you from bonny old Scotland. Yay! So, I arrived in Edinburgh about 2 hours ago, and my sister now lives here. So I'm catching up.
You've seen me in previous episodes.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other in a while, so we're catching up. And we're just about to go out and have some drinks. But we made
sorry, you can.
we just walking past casually the Queen's Palace, Holyrood Castle Palace, there in the background, there, the gates, and yep.
Yeah, it's 3 p.m. I'm about to start work, so that very calls for a celebratory, yay, Scotland drink.
Yeah.
So it should be good fun, and Jess is just gonna come and be a barfly. It's gonna be great.
Just go hang out in a bar, which is kind of the thing that you need to do in Scotland.
Welcome to Tours with Lisa. We're in the Cowgate at the moment in Edinburgh city centre. Can't see the castle, but it's around the corner. So you just kind of like walk in and it's like boom, pops up. But this is 2 hours in. We're drinking a cask ale, flat beer. We are in Harry Potter territory. Around here, I'm going to show Jess the school based on Harry Potter. We're in a graveyard where J.K. Rowling got a lot of the characters.
We're in Greyfriar Bobby's graveyard.
Yeah, so a lot of the characters are here. So we're going to find Sirius Black, we're going to find McGonagall. You can find Tom Riddle, but I've never found him, so we'll find him.
We're going to go on a Harry Potter hunt. Harry Potter hunt. We're on.
So Scottish people, they kind of treat graveyards like parks. Like you just come here, you have your lunch, it's cool.
Yes.
It's not weird at all.
No, beautiful. Hey. So we found a McGonagall, but no other Harry Potters as of yet. Found the grave with Tom Riddle on it.
Surrounded by American tourists.
Surrounded by a lot of tourists. And someone had actually graffitied Voldemort, which is kind of, it's written down the bottom. They wrote Voldemort.
Sad.
Which is kind of sad, because like that's just some guy's grave. He happens to share a name with a rather famous evil wizard. Hello! So it's now day 2 in Scotland, and we just went on the Edinburgh dungeon tour. Wow! And we were scared at first because neither of us are super brave people. So before we went in, we went to the pub, we had some whiskey shots, but it was so funny. If you ever are in Edinburgh.
I mean, terrifying.
And yeah, you get scared, but it's funny at the same time. Go on the dungeon tour, you won't regret it. It's a good time. Edinburgh Castle. There's so many people around. It's hard to find a quiet corner here to talk to you all, but we've just spent an afternoon wandering around Edinburgh Castle, learning all the history and stuff. And we are making the attempt at climbing St. Arthur's Seat. We're going to climb it at night. We have a few drinks with us. And it's just a little bit of an adventure. So, it shall be fun. I'm game. Lisa's not. But I'm on holiday and I want to try new things. So here we go. Up the hill. Yeah. Up's the best way. Voila! Snakes. One of the great things about not being in Australia right now is you can just waft your way through the landscape without worrying about things biting you and killing you. So we're still on St. Arthur's Seat at the moment, and we're ignoring the paths and just taking whichever way the wind takes us. 11 o'clock at night. Beautiful up here. Very peaceful, very cold, very windy. Lisa's stuck there taking photos. And
It was Inception.
it's a beautiful night. It's a lovely ferry. And well worth it. Providing an update into this little trip away. So I've just spent 12 hours, or about 12 hours, travelling by bus and by train and by ferry to get to the Orkney Islands, which is the main goal. It's a place that I've wanted to go to for so long. It's a place of mystery and archaeology, and it just speaks to my soul. So today's been a very long day to get to the Orkney Islands. We're not quite there yet. We've got one more ferry. I'm currently in Scrubster, just outside of Thurso. Feeling less than glamorous, but really excited just to watch those islands come up out of the mist. And see you soon. Hello again! So we have made it to the Orkney Islands. We arrived quite late last night, and this morning we are getting out and about to do things. Oh!
Vegan.
It's beautiful. We're very lucky. It has not rained once. It's sunny. It is the middle of summer though, so we've been very lucky. We hired bikes, so we've ridden from Kirkwall to now the stones of Stromness over there. Some standing stones, which is really cool. It's the first touristy thing we're doing, and we're just waiting for all the old people buses to leave so we can go in. And then we're also going to go to Skara, Brae and Maze How a little later. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to visit these places for so long. I first saw Maze How on an episode of Time Team a little while ago. They're special, and I've rewatched it many times since then. And Skara, Brae is just awesome. So, yay! We're gonna go in. Okay, bye. So we're in the storm of Stromness standing circle. Oh, where are they? You can just see them over there behind me. And I can't help but thinking about magical stories about people walking into stone circles and disappearing, like Outlander. Or just pondering the mysteries of why they're there, what purpose. It's very cool. So the beautiful thing about not being on a tour group and being on bikes is that everyone has left. It's only me and Lisa in this field. There's Lisa there. And we get to completely explore with no one else around. It's marvellous, and it's how it should be, because when there's tour groups, there's so many people and you can't actually see it properly. They all get in the way of photos and it's just uncomfortable. So it's really nice to be here when it's so peaceful. It's beautiful. So I take back what I said about being sunny 5 minutes ago, because now we're wearing ponchos and it's raining. Also, another bus arrived with a whole bunch of people. So we're going to go soon-ish to the next one. They're still in our beautiful, beautiful ponchos. The sun's come back out and we're about to explore the village next to it. You can still see all this little walls and doors and hearthstones. And it's just kind of cool to try and imagine what this place would have been like back in the day. Same view, same weather, different things. We are currently bike bike riding. I'm bike riding and filming, so still towards the Ring of Brogdare. Again, I'm probably not saying it correctly, but I can just see it there in the distance. It's in these yellow flower covered fields and it's just gorgeous. It rises up against the skyline and we're gonna go exploring again. I'm so happy. This is the kind of holiday I enjoy. Old sights and history and mystery and just riding back through the countryside. Update on the Orkney archaeological tour. We just drove from the Ring of Brogdare up to Skara. We rode. Sorry, I re-rode. And
a very important fact because we rode in very wet weather.
It was very rainy. Lisa had a poncho on and I decided to put my poncho around the camera, and it just got to that point where it was just so rainy that you just accept that you're just going to be wet forever.
You become one with the water.
And you'll never be dry again, ever, in your entire life. It's that wet. So we walked into the visitor centre here and I went straight to the bathroom and just put my coat under the hand dryer for like 5 minutes and it still hasn't done anything. Anyway, we are currently in a reconstruction of a Neolithic house. It's pretty cool. Cool. 1 year, 2 years. We made it finally to Skara Brae. You can see it in the backgrounds behind me, all the little houses. And I don't really know what to say. Like, now that I'm here, it kind of reminds me of a little, maybe in like an old temple in Legend of Zelda, but like a smaller version. And as soon as we got here, both Sarah and Lisa and I thought about mini golf. Sarah's our other sister. Like a little mini golf challenge, and those are like the little sandy divots, little holes. It's beautiful.
So the islands were taken in lieu of payment. And I don't know what currency was at the time, but Shetland...
Sorry.
I'm going to tell you a story of Lisa and Jess's amazing race. So after the Skara Brae, we decided to go to the Orkney brewery, just get a beer, and then make our way back to where we are now, which I'm sure Jess will tell you about in a second.
Maeve, how?
Turns out the brewery is closed, so we basically had to ride, I don't know, it was like a solid hour, I guess. A solid hour to try and make it back here on time. And it was getting quite intense. Like, there was dramatic music playing. We like had to like sprint the final way. We just like got here, like ditched our bikes and like ran onto the tour.
We literally slid into the bike rack and the man was like, "Your tour begins." It was perfect timing. Cold. It's so cold. My fingers are freezing. So just here is Maze How. It's a rather wonderful Neolithic, possibly tomb, but certainly a wonderful structure if you're into history, or old ancient history. Time Team was actually the show that inspired me to come here. I watch it often. Every time it comes on TV, I'll stop flicking channels and I'll watch Time Team. And they had a special where they talked about it. It actually talked about the whole area, actually. The whole heart of the Orkney archaeological... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so cold. I'm not making sense. Anyway, we just went into the tomb. The lady was fantastic. She had either memorized or could read the ruins and showed us all the Viking carvings. I saw the dragon or lion. We saw the treasure and the myth of the Minehow treasure. On the bus again, so we decided to throw the bikes away. Our legs are not working today. We feel old, so we're going by the bus.
Yeah.
And we have the bus almost to ourselves. It's just one person with us.
So we calculated it. We rode 52 k's yesterday.
Through the rain.
Through some hills, through some cold, a lot of cows.
Yeah, the cows and sheep. But it was awesome. And worth it. And so cool.
And I think I broke my leg.
And she needs a broken leg.
It's questionable, we haven't figured it out yet.
Hey, kitty. Hi. Hello again. So at this particular moment in time, I am inside of the 12th century medieval church, one of the only circular churches in the area. There's only one more left, this one here. And we went past the Orkney Inga Saga Centre. Lisa, say that 3 times fast. Orkney Inga Saga Centre.
Orkney Inga Saga Centre, Orkney Inga Saga Centre,
Faster.
Orkney Inga Saga Centre.
Yay! It's a little bit smaller than I imagined it, but still got some very nice stories. One nice little touch though is they have a family history of the various earls throughout history, and they've printed off celebrities' faces and then drawn little beards on them. So Nicolas Cage is the top of the pyramid, and then it goes down to Sean Bean, the guy that plays Hagrid, Sean Connery, just various celebrities with Viking impressions on them. Day 3 on the islands of Orkney, and today Lisa and I have caught the bus up to the Broch of Brae on the very top west of the island, and we had to get up quite early because there's not that many buses that come up this way, so we had to wait until low tide because you can only get here via a causeway at tides, which we see the path over here. So we just sat on the cliffs on the other side and we watched the sun come up and waited for the tide so we could walk across. And right now I'm walking through a North settlement. I'm actually in a spa, apparently, or sauna. You can see all the foundations. Yeah, so that's a sauna, and then over there that's a visitor centre, and then they've got pictures, standing stones, and a church, and blacksmiths, and all these old houses. We can just see the walls. But we're just spending our morning wandering around these old ruins, imagining what the houses would be like, imagining the pathways. They're all covered in beautiful flowers everywhere, as you can see. So everything's very picturesque. It's warm and windy, and there's flowers and blue skies and old ruins. Very, very windy, as you can see. Now I'm in a steam room. Yep. Viking steam room. Lisa's sitting over by the cliff. I think she's waiting for me to stop looking at all this old stuff. I better go. We have spent the last couple of hours at this little village of Brae on the north of the Orkney Islands. We caught the bus here and we have to wait for the bus out, which means we have to kill about 4 hours in total, and we've done about just over 3 hours. We have another hour of waiting, and we've spent the entire time at this little tea room in here. Just, you can't see inside, but just having like cups of tea and scones. This is our third pot of tea. We've got a teapot there, and we actually got kicked out because it was just us taking semi. And we kind of offered to give other people a table because there's a lot of families coming through with kids, and we'd kind of taken the best table and sprawled out for a few hours. So now we've been kicked outside. It's dripping wet. Well, not. It's sprinkling. It's going to rain in just a minute. We've got this wonderful view of all these cows out here. This is our view. This is our table. Oh, I should probably stop the music. Copyrighted. Stop that. You didn't hear that. We've been listening to Riverdance because it's the closest thing I have to Scottish music on my iPhone to set the tone of this location. So, yeah, to sum it all up, town of Brae, you have a very hospitable tea room. Thank you for letting us stay for 4 hours with our pots of tea.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're about to embark on a 2.5 hour bus ride after travelling most of the day. This is going to help us.
Welcome back to my little travel diary around Scotland. We've now left Orkney. We got the ferry back to Inverness. We stayed there overnight at a really nice hotel, and the hotel had chess on the table, so we just played chess and drank a little bit of whiskey before going to bed. But today we've got a car and we've been driving around the Highlands, and right now we're going up Ben Nevis in a gondola. So Lisa's here, so you can see we're going to go up the mountain, which is cool because I want to go up the mountain for the photos, because nothing would quite beat that view. And our dad, being a mountaineer, would be happy that we went up a mountain when the opportunity arose.
We went the lazy way.
We went the lazy way, but we got up there, so here's to you, Dad. We're currently on the top of one of the viewpoints on Ben Nevis, the tallest mountain in Scotland. We took the gondola up and then we walked up, and we're the only ones up here again, which is rather fun. Beautiful view up here. Some rocks, some more greens. We're on the way down now from Ben Nevis, and the beautiful thing was we timed it perfectly, accidentally but perfectly, because just as we were coming off from the viewpoint, the clouds started to roll over, so it was like we were being chased by this white, snowy, cloudy avalanche. So on the way out we had beautiful clear weather. On the way down it looks like this. Or what? You can see nothing. It's very Scotland. Sunny 1 minute and then nothing the next. Oh, it's clearing up. There you go. Scotland.